Good day and hello everyone. My name is Willem BJ from BM123 and I'm one of the part-time student librarians here in IMU Bukit Jalil campus. And today I'll be reviewing a book titled Lewin's Genes Edition 12. So this book was written by Jocelyn Krebs, Elliott Goldstein and Stephen Kilpatrick. So let's run through the parts of the books. This book has been divided into 4 parts and each part with a lot of chapters. So this book basically talks about genes in general, as well as the in-depth explanation of how genes can affect all of us and how genes work in the molecular and genomic level. So let's start with part 1, which is only basic on genes and chromosomes. So there are 8 chapters here. From genes are DNA and encodes RNA and polypeptides, basically discussing the central dogma of our cells. Methods in molecular biology and genetic engineering, so how we manipulate DNA and genetics, the interrupted gene, content of the genome sequencing and evolution, clusters and repeats, chromosomes and chromatins. So this is a very basic introduction to how genes and chromosomes are in our cells. And then let's move on to part 2, which is a little bit more advanced on DNA replication and recombination. So look at the chapters here. We've got replication is connected to the cell cycle. So this is basically replication in the normal cell. Then we have the replicon, the initiation of replication, DNA replication, extra chromosomal replicons, homologous and site-specific recombination, repair systems, transposable elements and retroviruses, and somatic recombination and hypermutation in the immune system. So this all encompassed into part 2, which is gene replication and recombination. Now let's move on to part 3. So part 3 is on transcription and post-transcriptional mechanisms. So this basically covers prokaryotic transcription, eukaryotic transcription, RNA splicing and processing, mRNA stability and localization, catalytic RNA, translation, and the use of genetic codes for amino acid predictions. We can look at one of the chapters here on transcription reaction on 3 stages. So this book not only splits it to particular parts and chapters, it has also subtopics, with each one coming with a key concept first to summarize what is being discussed and what is to be expected of that part. And the visuals here are very nice. They are all colored to ease understanding of students. The explanation is very straight to the point, as you can see here, very easily read, very well written with highlighted key points that is to be understood by the students. So this is what an example of the chapter would look like. Again, each one coming with very nice visuals, colored visuals as well. So let's move on to the last part here, which is on gene regulation. So gene regulation is basically discussing all things on the operon system, phage strategies, eukaryotic transcription regulation, epigenetics 1 and 2. So let's look at one of the chapters here under gene regulation. So this part here is how does DNA interference works. So again, coming with a key concept to know what are the objectives that students will understand from this particular subtopic. So again, very easily understood, highlighted key points, and very nice visuals for ease of understanding, all very colorful as well. So over here you can see how the inhibition works. Everything is labeled, everything is understood and captioned. And the color visuals, again, very nice to look at, very pleasing. So I'll definitely recommend this book for a lot of our science students, particularly those doing biomedical science or medical biotech. It can be also taken by foundation in science students, but this may be a little bit advanced for you guys. So for biomed students, you can take this on because we'll start studying a lot on genetics from semester 1 onwards with principles of biology. And then when you move on to semester 3 and 4, where we get more into the molecular part of biology, molecular biology and genomics and genetics, then this will become very, very relevant and prevalent and useful for your referencing. So if you need any information on this book, any additional information or where to get it in the library, do not hesitate to contact one of our librarians for references. Thank you.